Hello, I am Test Drive, and welcome to episode 41 of Forza Motorsport 2, where in this episode, as you can tell, we are starting off in the Mazdaspeed Roadster, which is basically a Mazdaspeed MX-5, if you did not know. But we are going to be doing some more of the factory spec races, which is, factory spec. One make races where every car has to be the same, and we are going to be doing the Mazdaspeed Challenge. Mazda's trackbred roadster is featured in this event, not thing. Allow upgrades must be set to no, of course, and model must be Mazda Roadster, which we are currently in. All the other cars are Mazda Roadsters. Actually, before we do this, I'm going to make myself interesting, because I'm pretty sure this car only comes in this blue color, and I'm not much of a fan, I'm not going to lie, because let's see. Yeah, manufacturer colors is nothing except for the blue. So we are actually, we're going to go with metallic. And we're gonna make it like the most average color for the U.S. domestic market Mazdaspeed MX-5, which is silver, because they seem to be all silver for whatever reason. I don't know why, but 99% of the ones I see for sale are silver. I have seen a few red ones, I think. I've never seen a blue one. I don't know if that blue color was available in the U.S. on the MX-5 Mazdaspeed, or even just the MX-5 in general, but we will be just sending it. We are going to get the Re-Amamiya RX-7 as a prize. I don't remember exactly what that is. I think it's just it's a tuned RX-7. That's all you need to know. It's an FD RX-7. But we have Laguna Seca for 5 laps, Suzuka West for 6 laps, Sebring for 6 laps, Sebring whatever, and Tsukuba Long for 8 laps. All right. Completely forgot to look at it. I've been saving up a lot of money recently, by the way. I have not used much money in the past few episodes. I'm at like 580,000, I think I saw. Maybe like 560, I don't know. But yeah. I'm clicking on things on my computer. Anyways. So, sadly, changing my car to a color that was not factory did not give me any kind of advantage. We're starting in fourth place. That is not what I wanted to do. We're going to go back to medium difficulty because I'm the big suck. And I don't feel like restarting at the moment because I have a bedtime to go to bed at sometime soon. And I need to get this episode done recorded before I end up going to bed. And luckily we should have just enough time to record this, and then I will be out of here for the night. I want to get a video, I want to get a thumbnail photo of multiple Miatas. Yoink, my thumbnail now. My picture now. Alright, I'm going to try and leave, actually, like right about there. I'm going to leave some space so I can cut out the Forza logo. This will be 41. And we will call that good for a thumbnail. Which actually, I should probably grab my thumbnail photos off of the game after I'm done streaming, so I can actually have thumbnails, so I can actually upload the videos prior to this that have not been uploaded yet, which is like everything past like 35, 36 I think was the last one I uploaded, because that was the last one I had a thumbnail for. Because I am lazy. Fun fact, I'm lazy. You know what? You're a little bastard up there. I'm not gonna lie. You being all out in first and just being way ahead of everybody else. You're just a little bastard. That's all I have to say about that. And for that, I need to pass you. I need to yoink your first place. My first place, actually. If we're being technical here, All right, bud. Thanks for the damage. I appreciate it. Although I did dive on you, you could have done something different there. Come on, bud. And with my garbage driving, I would not be surprised if I got passed yet again and had to do something stupid to stay in first. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Just hoping. But we'll see as the race goes on. I just realized this is not a Mazdaspeed MX-5. This is not equal to a USDM Mazdaspeed MX-5 because there's something missing. I don't see a boost gauge. And if you were in the know about NB Miata specifically, the Mazdaspeed MX-5 was the first, and I think still only, Miata to come with a turbocharged engine from the factory. As you can tell, there's no boost pressure, so I guess this is definitely not a equal. Yeah, because the MX-5 had like 178 horsepower, and this one has like 140 or something. I think this probably just has the ground effects kit, actually. Because it definitely has the same body kit as the USDM Mazda MX-5 Mazdaspeed, but it does not have the same engine stuff. Words failed me there, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I like how I just noticed the rear view or the side view mirrors are doing something. I don't really know what they're doing, because I don't see anything specific in them. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do see a little bit of the side of the car, and no, I see the track in the left one, I think. Actually, I don't know what that is. There's like lines on the left side. There's actually lines on the right side too. I honestly have no clue what they're showing to me, but it doesn't matter because this game does not have an interior view, as you probably all know by now, which is why I never use it. Oh, hello, bastard. Where did you come from? I was not expecting you. Damn it, you fucking giving me damage and shit. Bastard. Actual bastard. Actual, literal bastard. Whatever, I'm still gonna win this race. You can't do anything about it. You better not try to do anything about it. Another fun fact, actually, I don't remember if I actually used it, but Forza Motorsport 1 actually did have the USDM Mazdaspeed MX-5 as a car you could unlock and buy, or unlock and use in it. As did Forza Horizon 2, I think? Maybe 3? I'm pretty sure it's actually kept in a bunch of different Forza games, like past like Horizon 2 or something. But it's been so long since I've played those games, except for Horizon 4, which I haven't looked at the car list in a long time. But I don't know. I don't remember. We'll figure out someday. I'll eventually play through Horizon 2 and 3 and 4, maybe. Someday, some way, those games will get played through. I should totally meme on everybody, and once I play through Horizon 2, I should totally play through on the Xbox 360. Just because it was released in the Xbox 360, and it's kind of a curiosity because, like, I've never played it on it. And I've heard it's basically like you take the map, well, at least some of the map, from Horizon 2 on Xbox One, and at least some of the car list, and you put Horizon 1 graphics and physics on it, and voila, you have Horizon 2 for Xbox 360. So I'm kind of actually intrigued by it. Just kind of. I don't think it had any kind of special cars or anything that were specific to that version. And I don't think it got any of the DLC that Horizon 2 on Xbox One got. But it's just a bit of a curiosity. Holy fuck, I mean, I had level 30. Yeah, level 30 after this race, actually. I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get like 20 grand off of this, and I think I only need like 10 to level up. So hell yeah. Gonna hit that sweet. I'm gonna get a car. What car is it gonna be? I actually don't know what car it's gonna be because I've never played through this game completely on Euro mode. Yeah, I'm in Euro mode because my first car was the Peugeot 207 of all cars, which is kind of a forgettable car in the line of Forza. Although it was on the list of leaked cars that might come to Horizon 4. Both the 206 and the 207 RCs were both on that list. I'm still curious to see what comes out of that. I don't know if there's going to be like some huge pack or something that's going to come out that's going to have a shitload of cars, or if those are just like placeholders or something. I don't know. I have no clue, because, you know, there's a lot of cars in there I'd like to see. There's like a fucking, there's a 08 Dodge Magnum SRT8, and the Cobalt SS from Forza 4, and like I said, the 207, 206 RCs. Just a bunch of kind of weird cars. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely intrigued to see what actually comes to the game. Of course, a few of those I'm sure will be like Forza-thon rewards and crap, which is something I've never cared about yet in Horizon 4. I don't think I've ever gotten a single Forza-thon reward in Horizon 4. I play game, yes. I play solo on game, yes. Not like multiplayer, because a lot of those they're like, go, you know, win or whatever on a multiplayer thing, or go do this online, and I'm like, what if I didn't do that? What if I just stayed in solo mode? How about that? And sadly, it has not worked out for getting cars. Although there's not been a whole lot of cars that have truly intrigued me enough to do the Forza-thon rewards. Now, like, say if Dodge Magnum SRT8 was a Forza-thon reward, you better fucking believe I'm getting my ass in whatever online whatever to get that car. I am absolutely going to get that car if it comes as DLC Horizon 4. I will do anything it takes. God, also just thinking about it, remember when there was unicorn cars in Forza? I'm pretty sure I still have a I have a profile on this Xbox of this game that has all of the unicorn cars on it. I don't remember how I got all the unicorn cars, but I definitely did. And it's still weird seeing the Subaru S204 Impreza in the car dealership, because I'm like still 99% sure that that was a unicorn car in this game, as well as like Forza 3 and 4. So I don't know how exactly that works. God, long race though, by the way. 10 minutes, 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Level 30, achievement got. Nice voice crack, by the way. Gimme, 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 gimme. Nice. Drink, yes. Ooh, F350. I have a Ferrari now. I was just talking about that, how I don't have a Ferrari yet. Now we have one. So we have a 50% discount on production cars from Europe. Which, fun fact, that's where it stops. The highest discount you can get, yeah, stuff, Mazdaspeed, whatever. The highest discount you can get in this game is actually 50%. So I am at the highest discount of cars I can get, which is nice because, you know, having 50% off of cars is definitely nice. Although I'm gonna need money for race cars, and race cars are just expensive, and they don't like take the discount. The discount does not work on race cars, so you're stuck with buying race cars for full price. The good thing is, though, that you're going to get a lot of race cars as prizes, so it shouldn't be too bad, necessarily. But yeah. Pretty cool. But if I need to buy any, well, I'm going to end up buying more normal cars at some point, you know, for endurance races or just class races in general. Having that 50% off is going to be very, very nice, even though I'm going to just have a shitload of money, because all of the races are giving me shitloads of money now. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Oh, God. I stayed flat out through that, and you hit your brakes. What a nerd. Get on my level, nerd. Oh, God. My brakes. Yes, I use them now, though. Thank you for letting me know that I'm definitely using my brakes. I was talking about something before I leveled up, and I don't remember what that was. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about Mazdaspeed MX-5s, and then cars that were coming to Horizon 4, supposedly. I'd have to actually look at the list to see the rest of them. Because there were another few cars that intrigued me off of that list, too. Cars that both been and not been in earlier Forza games. That were coming back, per se. I do appreciate that they brought back a lot of cars from like Forza 4 and 3 and Horizon 1 and crap. Oh yeah, the Celine S5S, or no, the Shelby 1000, which was I don't remember what the Shelby 1000 was actually. I think it was a Mustang, like a 2010 Mustang or 2012 Mustang. But that was on that list. I think that was. Where am I going? It got sticky before the grass. What the hell? That car was in Horizon 1, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure it actually came out with the 1000 Club, which makes sense, of course, because, you know, 1000 Club, Shelby 1000. I sense a theme there. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what does and what doesn't come back. And also there was a Saab on there, the Saab 93 Turbo X, which I'm hyped for. I shouldn't be hyped for it because, you know, there's no real telling when or if these cars are coming back to Forza. But if they're in the code, there's a good chance that they're coming back either in, at least in another game, like Forza Motorsport 8 or something. Or speaking of which, that's going to be sometime this next year, hopefully. We're going to actually start seeing information for it. And I am definitely intrigued. More intrigued than I was for, you know, Forza 7, 6, 5. Just because of the whole 2-year thing, and 1 year, I guess, technically, if you had in Horizon. The release dates, you know, year after year after year. It's like, alright, we're kind of getting the same thing here and there. But now that we have had 3 years, or it will be 3 years since Forza 7, which came out in 2017, I'm kind of curious if they'll actually use that time to really do something different. Try and figure out something different for the Forza Motorsport series instead of just, you know, releasing just another Forza Motorsport game. So, I don't know. I'm intrigued. Your whole extra year off thing, turn 10, has me intrigued. Please, just let it be good. I'm assuming it will be good, considering Forza 7 was a good game. I do thoroughly enjoy Forza 7. I'm going to hope that Forza 8, or whatever comes next in the Forza series, is definitely as good, at least, as Forza 7. I'm also really intrigued by the car list. Because we've worked our way back up, because I think Forza 7 has close to as many cars as Forza 4 had, which Forza 4 had 600 or 700 cars, I think. Forza 7 has around that many, at least, with all the DLCs that they had. So I'm intrigued to see, because I'm hoping that, you know, a lot of stuff comes back from Forza 7, but then again, I'm also hoping there's a lot of new stuff, and also a lot of stuff that has come back from earlier Forza games. Kind of like I was saying. Because usually the car list is like the most intriguing part to a racing game to me. Which, you know, could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, who knows. You know, physics are very important too. I definitely would appreciate having good physics over having more cars. If the physics are garbage, but there's a lot of cars, and I'm like, eh. But if the physics are good and there's not a lot of cars, I can at least enjoy and play the game. Forza 5 didn't have either of those things. You know, they went from I think it was like 600 something cars in Forza 4 to having like 200, less than 200, I think, for Forza 5 whenever it came out, which was a huge downgrade. I'm a person who definitely couldn't care less about Forza Vista. Like, it was neat, you know, with a few cars in Forza 4 that had it. It was kind of a neat novelty, but I was like, I'm not going to use this hardly at all. But then they went full out. Every single car has to have it on Forza 5. And I definitely believe that the game definitely suffered from that. Because it was definitely lacking a lot of content that it could have had. But they were like, well, I do like the little things in games, like little details and little aspects. I like little stuff like, you know, odometers that work and lights that work correctly to real life standards or whatever. You know, little lights on the dash that come on, you know, high beam lights or whatever. I like that stuff, but I don't know. I just couldn't. I couldn't find myself really being interested in Forza Vista past its little first novelty kind of thing. Which I believe they definitely strayed away from in Forza 7, because it varies between cars. It's like some cars you can open the hood and the doors and the trunk and everything else. In other cars you can only open the doors, whatever. So I don't know. I don't even think Horizon 4 has any kind of Forza Vista thing. Well, I think Horizon 3 at least did, maybe 2 as well. On every car still. The Forza Horizon series has actually, like, the thing about the Horizon series, okay, here's the thing about the Horizon series, is that before Forza Horizon 1, I think the open world racing game with the most amount of cars was like 40 or 50 cars. But, you know, Test Drive Unlimited had around about that. Midnight Club Los Angeles had it somewhere around there, which was a decent amount, especially for an open world racing game. When Forza Horizon 1 came out with its, I think it had like there was like 150 cars or something. But that was still triple-ish what basically every other open world racing game, especially like Need for Speed, doesn't have anywhere near that. Still doesn't. But I think that was just a huge game changer. Because it was like, wow, we're actually having like a Forza Motorsport game, but it's open world. It's not like, you know, specifically a Need for Speed game or whatever. Although I can't really say much because, you know, Forza's really the only one that's had, you know, a series both that are open world and also closed track racing as separate games. Usually if a game series is one or the other, then they're one or the other. Although Need for Speed has definitely been through some interesting stuff. Shift 1 and Shift 2 and Pro Street definitely exist still. But those games weren't really incredibly impressive by track racing standards either. And I can't really think of any other games that would be like that, where they had both track racing and also open world racing games underneath the same, like, series name, I guess. So it's interesting. He almost killed Slightly Mad Studios. Maybe they should have. I don't know. I still don't like. I don't like Ian Bell. I've never liked Ian Bell. Well, before he was a massive just cunt on Twitter, I didn't really care. But after he was a massive cunt on Twitter, and the whole Project Cars 1 thing where people were giving it bad reviews because it was a glitchy as hell game that was only remotely good because of its physics. And he went fucking... From what I remember, he didn't like that very much. Yeah, I couldn't care less about Slightly Mad Studios. And I don't think that Shift 1 is even technically under Slightly Mad Studios. I don't remember. I don't remember ever seeing a Slightly Mad Studios like logo or anything in that game. There's probably people from it, but, you know, it wasn't specifically made by Slightly Mad. I know at least in Shift 2 they did. But yeah, I just don't care for them at all, honestly. That may be a big goof on my part, but oh well. Ah, my throat. But was it actually, like, if I looked at my Shift 1 disc, would it actually have, like, a Slightly Mad Studios logo on anywhere? Because I thought Shift 1 was kind of like Forza Motorsport 1, which was made by Turn 10, but they weren't Turn 10 at the time. They were just a subsidiary of fucking Microsoft Game Studios. And there's no Turn 10 anything to be seen in Forza Motorsport 1. I've looked through the entire credits of Forza Motorsport 1, and there is not a single mention of Turn 10 at all. Because I just don't remember ever seeing anything relating to Slightly Mad in Shift 1. It obviously wasn't Ghost, and it obviously wasn't Black Box. But I don't think they really had any kind of specific name for it. I'm not doubting that it was made by them. I'm just saying that... fuck it. Where's my Shift 1 disc at? There it is. I have Shift 1 on disc on PC. Fun fact. As you can see here. Oh, it does say Slightly Mad. It says it right there on the back. I don't know if you could see that. I'm trying to watch with a delay. But it actually does say Slightly Mad down there. I never even noticed. I don't think it says anything whenever you start up the game, though, which is interesting. Like as a little intro video of some sort. It also doesn't say it on the front or anything. It just says it on a tiny spot on the back. It just says EA on the front. God, I spent $50 on this game new. I mean, it was a good game, though. I will admit that Shift 1 was a good game. Early Slightly Mad stuff wasn't too terrible. Shift 2 was not great, but not completely terrible. Test Drive Ferrari Racing Legends is a game that exists, and I've played like once. And I think it's actually still on Steam for sale, if I remember right. I could buy it, but that's a $20 that I don't want to spend right now. I think it's $20. I'm sure you can find it on Xbox for cheaper at like GameStop or something. Oh god. Excuse me. But yeah, I think just Slightly Mad was a very small studio. Or like a... They were very new when Shift 1 came out. I can't remember if... Did Slightly Mad have anything before Shift 1 that they made? Because obviously every Need for Speed up to that point was Black Box. Well, not every Need for Speed, but, you know, the Black Box era of games. What games did they make? I'm curious now. God, I'm realizing that I wear this sweatshirt a lot when I'm streaming. And I think I only wear it when I'm streaming. Because otherwise I either wear a jacket or I'm wearing like my work jacket. And then usually when I take a shower I'm like, alright, time to slip into something that's not the jacket that I've been wearing at work all day, which is this. I want to play through Shift 1 again. Fuck. Now I'm thinking about it. What kind of driver are you? Race, control, compete. Rated everyone. Mild violence. I guess you could consider crashing into people mild violence. Although I'm pretty sure that no Forza games say anything about... Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know what the ESRB box says for Forza games. Now I think about it. I don't pay attention to it a whole lot. I know Burnout games are like... They're either everyone 10 and up or teen. And I think there's like suggestive lyrics. And also mild... I think it's probably mild violence as well. But you gotta imagine in Burnout, you're trying to crash people. So that's kind of why that's like that. In a game like Need for Speed Shift, you're not really trying to crash into people. Usually. Get a drink while we're going down the straight here. Oh, my throat. It has been too long since I've talked for this long. Okay, it's been like a couple days. I need to keep on it, or else I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it'll make it any better if I just keep streaming. I think it does. The GTR? Oh, I didn't realize the GTR games. Blimey games. Because I have GTR 1 and I think I have GTR 1 and 2, but I definitely have GT Legends on Steam. Huh, I did not realize that. So they were definitely in like the sim market well before Project Cars. And Shift 1 and 2 aren't really truly sims, if I'm going to be honest. So it's kind of just, I guess, different for them. Interesting. Simcade, yeah, I mean they're like Forza games, or Gran Turismo. They're all about the same level of simulation. They're not Assetto Corsa, is what I'm gonna say, and they're not Project Cars, obviously. Because, like I said, even though Project Cars is riddled with bugs, and it's just. Although I think I heard the career mode of Project Cars was good, but I never played through it because I bought Project Cars, and I still own it, actually, on Steam. What was I gonna say? I don't think I played it a little bit, and it was glitchy, and then I was like, alright, this is kind of not great, and then I did some of the karting, from what I remember, and then Ian Bell cucked himself, and then I uninstalled the game, and I have not played it since. I think it also supports VR, if I remember right. So that I may play Project Cars 1 at some point on stream. There's a slight chance. Because obviously they're not really going to get much of my money now. And they're not going to get much in the way of exposure if I stream it. I'm not going to buy Project Cars 2 though. I'm not planning to, at least. Just again, because I don't really care to give Slightly Mad more of my money. Oh, VR you said. I don't know. Just the fact that it has VR is kind of cool. And I've played Assetto Corsa in VR, and it's pretty interesting. I remember I was actually bracing myself up against my seat because for some reason I was driving a Toyota AE86 in Assetto Corsa, and just driving around a track, whatever. I think I spun out or something. I was trying to turn the car around, and I was backing up at one point, and for some reason, like, I wasn't pressing on my brake pedal hard enough, and I realized I was rolling. And of course, like I said, I'm in VR, so I noticed the car's rolling. I'm like, holy shit! And I'm like, I braced myself against my seat because I'm like, I'm gonna fucking or not ren, but I'm gonna bump into something with the back of the car. I've tried to play Dirt Rally in VR, but the fact that it doesn't really support HTC Vive or the Valve Index is a slight issue. I know there's a way to get around that, but I could never get, well, never. I tried it once and I couldn't get to work and then forgot about it, so eventually I'll end up playing that too. Someday. Some way. I didn't buy Dirt Rally 2. I was going to whenever the Steam sale came around, but then again, spending money on this new truck is kind of taking place of buying anything else at the moment. Like, I didn't want to buy food. It's that bad. It's not the worst it could have been, though. It's not using all of my money. It's just, I'm so used to being able to save a shitload of money. Ford. No Fords. No Fords allowed. No F1. Well, it would actually be a Ranger. The Ford version of the truck I'm getting. I was actually talking about it a little bit ago, but I think you're in Australia, right? So I'm pretty sure that it's the Nissan Navara in Australia. And specifically the previous generation of Nissan Navara, because I'm pretty sure they came out with a new generation like 2012, 2013. But yeah, Nissan Frontier. Pro 4X, 6-speed manual, brand spanking new, basically, 2019. Yeah, me get one of those and spend lots of money on it, just because it's a new truck. Alrighty. This is not the last race. Sadly. Let's go. Yeah, 2019 Nissan Frontier. Like I said, I think it was called the Nissan Navara in different places. That might have just been Europe, though. I don't know. I think the Frontier was just a US spec name, if I remember right. Because I didn't really look into that much stuff. I was looking more at like people actually reviewing it here in the US. Yes, I actually have a full entire, well, except for the arcade, I have a full career Let's Play of Forza Motorsport 1 on my YouTube channel. If you actually type in !LP into the Twitch chat, it'll bring up the link to my YouTube channel and you can check it out through that. The NP300 Navara. Alright. New Zealand, yeah. Not Australia. I knew it was somewhere over there. Kiwis. I want a kiwi. Not a bird. I want a fruit. I want a kiwi fruit, not a bird. I mean, a kiwi bird would be kind of interesting too, but I'm more interested in the fruit, to be completely honest. Because the fucking kiwi sounds pretty good right about now. I haven't had kiwi in years, actually, when I think about it. I used to love eating them, but they're like kind of expensive. And I just never actually bought any for myself, and I haven't stumbled upon any recently. Oh yeah, you can like I said, isn't like the nickname for New Zealanders, I guess? Isn't it Kiwis? I'm pretty sure, I'm 99% sure that I've heard of people from New Zealand being called Kiwis. If not, I apologize. I must have heard something different, but I don't know. Kiwis, nickname for, okay. As I thought. And then I thought about that, but then I thought about kiwi fruit. And I was like, wow, haven't had a kiwi fruit in a while. Would like to eat one someday. God, my mouth is actually kind of watering just thinking about them. God damn it. Imagine the thought of kiwi. Mouth waters. I could also mention there is a random, going back to what I was talking about before I started talking about kiwis. There's a link to my YouTube channel down below the stream if you would like to see all of my previous Let's Plays, as well as all of the previous race events up to this in this game, and also other games. Lots of games. I've Let's Played many games on that channel so far. Quite a few. God, this car is so slow. Why couldn't it actually just been the Mazdaspeed MX-5, the USDM version? Don't watch the really old videos. Like, don't watch the original Let's Play I did of this game. The end wasn't bad, but don't watch. I mean, the beginning doesn't really make any difference because there was no commentary in the first like 10 episodes of that Let's Play. Honestly, I don't think they're that bad of videos. I don't actually cringe as hard at them as some people do with their old videos. But then again, they were just simple Let's Play videos. Like, I was quieter, I had a shittier microphone, and I didn't stream, so I didn't really have much to talk about usually. So there was a lot of like dead space, but I wouldn't call it cringy necessarily. Like, it wasn't a game that, you know, I'm not proud to play or whatever now. PGR3, that was a while ago. That was a couple years ago at this point. I need to redo PGR3 at some point, but I need to finish PGR2, but I need to fix my something. I don't know. I need to either find a new Xbox or find my... I still don't know where my disc for PGR2 is. My good disc. It's somewhere. It's got to be somewhere around here, but I have not been able to find it in the slightest. Yeah, but I need to probably do that to actually continue playing through it and actually play through it on the Xbox 360 because my original Xbox has issues in the fact that the disk drive does not like to work anymore. It takes like 4 or 5 tries to actually get the disc to read. Any disc. Could be a brand new disc. Like, it just doesn't make the noises it does whenever it actually reads a disc. And yeah, that was the original game console I had. It was the very first game console I ever had, I ever got as a present. Many years ago, probably, well, close to 15 years ago at this point. God, that thing's seen some hours of gameplay though. And not just hours of gameplay, but hours of sitting and idling, because I don't know how many nights I forgot to turn it off, or, you know, I think there was at least 1 or 2 times that we went on a couple day to 5 day long vacation, and I realized when I got home that I had left it on that entire time. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it's gone out, but it's still sad. Still makes me want to cry. There's a Shell station, or like a Shell sign over there. Huh. The worst part is, well, actually it's not that bad because it's not completely broken. It's just a disk drive. And I can take my save profiles off of it probably. Although I've heard there's issues with save profiles of some games that they won't work on multiple different Xboxes. But I'm curious actually with that if I can just simply copy them to the... I actually have, believe it or not, I have an Xbox memory card somewhere around here. Like an 8 megabyte memory card or whatever the hell it is. But I'm thinking that if I do get a new Xbox, which I probably will end up doing, I'll buy a really good one that has good disk drive and also is probably crazy modded or something like that. With a bigger hard drive is what I really want. But I can just copy my save games from the broken Xbox onto the memory card and just stick them on the new memory or on the new Xbox. I think that might work because it's actually the Xbox doing it and copying it. But I think if you try and FTP stuff and just like copy and paste stuff like you're not supposed to be able to do on the original Xbox, I think that's what breaks some of the save profiles. Last lap of Tsukuba. I can definitely try it though still. I'm sure there's a bunch of save profiles that would actually work. There's only a few save profiles that I actually care about either. Like my my Midnight Club 3 100% profile I would like to keep. Because I have like 10,000 miles driven on that profile and 260 hours or something of gameplay time. And I have one that's actually very similar for Project Gotham Racing 2 as well. which was actually the profile that I did my Let's Play of PGR2 on originally, my old Let's Play of it. That was the profile I used, because I went back and just, you know, basically just went over what I'd done before and just did the Let's Play to show off the game instead of doing it from the very start. Actually, is this the last race, or is there one more race after this? I don't remember. This is the last race. I remember now. Hell yeah. Hey, car level 5. I've apparently not done that yet. There's another achievement. Down. My car has reached maximum level. Hell yeah. 10% discount on cams and valves and engine block upgrades by Mazdaspeed. Yada yada yada. Ya yeet. Gamers. Good gamers. And we got the 95 Mazda Re-Amamiya RX-7. 30,000 credits for finishing it, which is surprisingly more than the V10 thing. Don't know why that is. But there we go. There is our actually pretty crazy wide body RX-7 that I just got. Didn't realize that was a wide body one. It's kind of actually like a race car. It's not a drifty, toony looking car. It's got 440 horsepower, not too bad. But yeah. Oh, the power brake died? That sucks. I feel like one of those would probably be easy to find though, and probably cheap to buy. I don't know. Anyways, that will conclude this episode of Forza Motorsport 2. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.